All right, welcome back. So I'm Brandon Williams. I'm the state of Colorado's Digital Transformation Officer, and excited this week. I am here with
Lilo Santos, the Director of Operations Google at the state of Colorado.
right, and we have just to fit the stereotype. We have just walked out of the local coffee shop. So anyway, I'm excited about this for a couple of reasons. One, Lilo is a good friend of mine, and for the last, I think, over 4 years, we've sat in the same room with the Google team, just kind of bashing through ideas, breaking things and fixing things.
Absolutely.
So we share a brain. And then I'm also excited because we've recently made some big moves that impact an area that, really drives us, and that's around cost avoidance and cost savings. So why don't you tell me a little bit about where you fit into OIT's organization, and then we'll dive into some of the cool stuff.
Sure. So like I said, I'm the Google Operations Director for the state of Colorado. I run the entire Google ecosystem for 34,000 plus users. So that's everything from Gmail all the way down to YouTube and everything in between. So if it has Google in front of it, there's a good chance I've poked it.
That's right. It's like 78 applications.
Yeah,
or so,
easily.
Well, cool. So recently we kind of made a jump in our structure where we went to an enterprise level for the accounts. And one of the things I think has been really frustrating to us the last 4 years or so that we've been doing this is that consistently when we look around at platforms that are being used by the state, we don't do always the perfect job of maximizing the value of each of those.
Yes.
We're a pretty fractured environment. We got a lot of different platforms that we work in, and getting everybody up to speed and knowledgeable is really, really hard.
Yep.
So we have to kind of look at those common areas that everybody's focused on. And one of those has been in the area of cost avoidance as it relates to web conferencing services and stuff like that. So maybe tell me a little bit about some of the changes that are coming and how we're gearing up.
Yeah, so with the recent changes, we've been able to take advantage of an upgraded version of our video conferencing tool under the Google umbrella. And what that'll do is it will give us a few things actually. So in terms of cost savings, we're looking at a minimum of at least 68% savings from traditional mechanisms that have been in place for conferencing.
That's nuts.
Yeah, so and that's on a basic level. That's like telephone conference calls, right? But it offers us the same video conferencing that we're all kind of growing used to. Plus, it gives us the ability to add pre-canned phone numbers to call in. So I mean, even from like a quick savings standpoint, just a call to the pre-canned number is a really massive savings from just using a traditional mechanism. So yeah.
Well, I think one of the other things we've struggled with is there are so many technologies out there, but having to meet the security standards and stuff that we have to have in place for the agencies. I mean, take something like HIPAA, health, PII information, stuff like that. This new system, I understand, also falls under the umbrella for our business associates agreement.
Yes. So that is the other big aspect of this upgrade to enterprise, is that now the video conferencing side is covered under HIPAA, FedRAMP. It falls under the BAA umbrella that we currently have with Google. So I mean, it checks all the security boxes right off the bat.
So how are we approaching this from kind of a culture perspective? I mean, we have some people that have dove into video conferencing. We've had a lot of people that use like YouTube live events and stuff like that. How are we approaching this? Because we've all grown accustomed to the traditional set up a number, give out the number, and dial in.
Right. So how we're approaching this is we're doing it in kind of a staged method. So we've got OIT going through a 30-day pilot, and then once we get that assessed and all the information out of that, then we'll roll it out to the rest of the state to use going forward. And I mean, we'll always do the trainings as requested, and as people need more information, we're more than happy to provide that to them.
The fact sheets, the call-ins, the beratings.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
The random door kick-ins kind of thing, yeah.
But then we're also going out and we're collecting the past financial data on what we've done for in-kind systems, and then at the end of presumably that 30 days, be able to do kind of a mass balance or an assessment on that.
Yeah,
Be able to see.
absolutely. We're going to take the overall costs between the new upgraded system and the traditional systems, and kind of see where the delta is there to determine what the actual savings will be going
Cool.
forward. So.
And at that point in time, I assume that we're jetting it out to the agencies.
Yep.
right?
Yep. And then at that point, everyone will have access to it at the agency level. So
Right on. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been years in the making. So
it really has.
well, cool. So all right. So now I know the answer to these questions. So, but when you're not at work, what do you do?
So when I'm not at work, I like to take pictures. I like to do graphic design. I also video game stream sometimes. So
Right.
if you are a fellow video game streamer, you can find me on Twitch with the username Games Before Dawn.
Right on. Oh, and on the photography thing, we do have. You failed to mention that you are now a blue ribbon.
Yes.
County fair.
County fair
yeah,
winner.
Right.
This guy, blue ribbon.
Showed up at the county fair with a couple of pictures and did quite well for himself.
Yep.
I think first and second
First
place.
and second place.
So, right on. All right. So if this Google thing at the state doesn't work out,
Hey, I can
You got
always
that.
go the county fair route.
that's right. All right. Later on. Thanks.